But what, you know, in 1965, you were the guy. I mean,
Well,
jazz was Ramsey, I think.
well, if in terms of popularity, maybe, because that was one of the first jazz records that was found among the top 5 on the pop charts. I mean, I was astounded when I saw my name under Elvis Presley and above Barbra Streisand, and there's the Beatles, and there's the in crowd.
Wow.
It was a very heady period of my life on the popular side of it. But on the other side, it was so demanding in terms of time, playing 100 or more concerts a year, and recording. In those days, we recorded 2 albums a year, and the interviews and all. I neglected my composition. I neglected composing. I would compose a song or two out of necessity. There's a new album you're going to do, so I would compose for that. So it wasn't until fast forward 40 years, 30 years, that I once again have the composer's hat that I put on when I take off the practicing hat and when I take off the performer's hat and the radio hat and the television hat. But I do have the composer's hat, and it's funny too, you know. You think you're busy, and when they said, you know, write the music for this ballet, for the Joffrey, and I said, okay, I will. And I'm like, how am I going to do that? But you get into it, and that thing that you love and that thing that you really want to do, it seems that things just open up, and oh, here's some time. Before I knew it, there was time. So, in answer to your original question, I probably would not be sitting here after selling 1 billion books of how to be creative in 10 easy lessons. Wouldn't that, you know?
Yeah.
No matter if you're a journalist or a choreographer or a musician, here it is. I think each of us have in us the ability to be creative in whatever field we want to be in.
Oh,
I think we're born with that. But I think most of us are looking around the corner and we're reading 10,000 books. I'm not saying you shouldn't read books, but we're reading 10,000 books and we're taking notes, and where it is within. I think if you clean out the inner debris and come clean with yourself and be honest with yourself and face your fears and get as clear as a communication as you can with whatever is and give up to that, it'll come.
That is just the most beautiful way I've ever heard from anybody yet. I thank you so much.
Well, I've enjoyed
for
it.
that. Oh, man.
You ask good questions.
Well, I have one more question for you, if you don't mind, and it's about the Broadmoor. How do you feel about this place?
Well, you know, the last time I was here, in fact, it was the first time. This is my second. This is only my second time, and we performed, and it was just wonderful. It was just so much fun. But the hotel, the service, the people who run the hotel, and the whole Broadmoor area, what they've done with the physical plant and the surrounding outdoors was so great that I must have been calling my wife for 30 minutes. Honey, you should be here. You know, I'm looking at this.
Now, wasn't she originally from Denver, too?
Yes, yeah. Well, she lived in Denver for a while. She was an Army brat, so Dad was in a lot of places. So this time, she's with me, and we're going to spend a couple extra days.
Oh, great!
Because that's what we feel about the Broadmoor. It's one of the great hotels of the world.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Mr. Lewis, it's just a real pleasure.
Thank you.
And that's it for today. Just thank you so much for listening, and thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Enjoyed it.